Welcome to the Haven Enterprise Inc.
Mary, what's good, everybody? Yo, we in the building, and today is the day. So let's.
We're getting started now. We're getting started now. We're getting started now. We're getting started now. We're getting started now.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are back in the building. So let's get to it. Listen carefully. Every time you're rejected from something good, you're redirected to something better. Realize you cannot control everything or everyone, but you can most definitely control yourself, and that's even better.
What?
Just because things could have been different, it don't mean they could be better. And writing the story of your life, don't let anyone else hold the pen.
Yeah!
Remember, some of the best times haven't even happened yet. If it keeps you happy, keep it quiet.
Yeah!
Know your worth. Never put yourself in a bargain den, or that's what others will value you.
Okay!
The magic you're looking for isn't the work you're avoiding.
What?
Sometimes when you're in a dark place, you think you've been buried, but actually, you've been planted. Once you realize your value, you'll be greatly surprised at what you used to settle for.
Yeah!
The best thing I ever did was stop telling people what's going on in my life.
What?
Before you talk, listen. Before you react, think. Before you spend, earn.
Okay!
Before you quit, though, try. Many people don't like you, especially if they see you as a competition. Always listen to your gut. Somehow it knows many things that you would not expect. Rule your life with your mind, not with your feelings. Every bad decision we made in life, there was more emotion in it than there was mind. Every single one. Overtrusting, betrayal, masturbation, loss of energy, stress, hair loss, overthinking, depression, saying no, important, revenge, ruining your own life, observing, increasing wisdom, forgiving, healing, letting go, peace of mind. You can't convince people to love you. No one will ever give you love because you want them more to give it. Real love moves freely in both directions. Don't waste your time on anything else.
Hey yo, check me, don't like me, but respect me. Class promotes the gift, Ratchy. Need a gangster bitch, Apache. Classy, flashy, sassy. Buttermilk, nasty, gravy. Hey yo, son, it's all wavy. What's Ratchy, Pappy? Let's get mega hype like movie. D. Haven Smith, director, yours truly. Smoothly, I rudely, unholy. Slowly, they chose me to behold thee. Corrupt Gates militia, look closely.
Yo, you ever wonder why it's so easy to waste life away, but extremely hard to rid old and bad habits?
Game over.
Let's talk about it. Change. Change is where we at right now. Change. You know, there's consequences of self-growth and personal development. Did you know that? Life happens depending on where you're born and raised, or who you are raised around, influences and such. But this is very important. I like to say people, places, and things. People you're around, places you go, things you get into become the broad makeup of who you become. But this is very serious because, in that light, that could be your upbringing, whether it's in your household, that can be your associates and the people you affiliate with outdoors. You know, when you're let off the porch, so to speak, or let out the nest, so to speak, and you're thrust into the world of associates, affiliates, friends, and acquaintances. Peer pressure, keeping up with the Joneses, doing everything because the crowd is doing it. These things create what you call a habit. A habit, a settled or regular tendency of practice, especially one that is hard to give up. Practice, customs, patterns, routines form what we call addiction. Addictions. The fact or condition of being addicted to a particular substance, thing, or activity. That's actually not funny, that's sad. Because this births dependency, cravings, habits, weakness, compulsion, fixation, enslavement toward an entity of whatever that may be. So when I say life happens depending on where you're born and raised or who you are or were around, influences and such, we're going to get deep right here. Because unfortunately, we don't get to pick our family. So what happens when you grow to realize the majority of your shortcomings stem from those who may have raised you?
Yeah!
Self-growth, change.
What?
Again, you ever wonder why it's so hard? Or rather, excuse me, you ever wonder why it's so easy to waste your life away, but extremely hard to rid bad or old habits?
Okay.
Let's talk about it. I've heard people say, I want to give my child the life I never had. Or I want my child to be better than I was growing up. Or the great American dream, the white picket fence and everybody can make it. Or coming up in New York City, the dollar in the dream. You have a dollar, you have a dream, you could win the lottery. But you do know, let's say you win the lottery for 3 million. Uncle Sam is taking half of that. Half of that. Bad energy. Trusting people to be themselves when they show you exactly who they are or who they be. Believe them. The first time they show you, believe them. Or you'll find yourself chasing your tail in circles, singing a Biggie song, talking about, baby, give me one more chance for the 20th time. Change. Again, do you wonder why is it so easy to waste your life away, but extremely hard to rid yourself of bad and old habits? This is what we're talking about. With continuous self-improvement, something that I myself, I've been at work with for years now. And I've grown to really feel I've been doing a great job. But it's a gift and a curse, so to speak, because again, there is consequences of self-growth and personal development. And I'm here to share that with you now. People who are completely unwilling to change one's ways or doing or their thinking about things, I always say, if it's two crackheads and one crackhead wake up one day and say they don't want to smoke crack no more, but they love the other crackhead, self growth, change, but they're together. How does that work? It won't work. You start drifting apart. You don't think the same. I've never been a crackhead. I've never indulged. I never tried it. But I've grown to realize that addiction, habits, practices that we are accustomed to and a pattern that we are used to doing, which becomes our routine. It doesn't necessarily have to be crack. People are addicted to sex. People are addicted to drinking. People are addicted to coffee. People are addicted to bioengineered foods. Things that you know is poisonous for you, but yet you still continue to do this. You still say, to hell with it. Addictions, habits, conditions. So again, people who are completely unwilling to change one's ways of the things that they're doing or the things that, or the way they think or how they're thinking, how does that help you with your personal self growth. It doesn't. So again, I say there's consequences of self growth and personal development. It can be very bad, dangerous to those around you in a common pursuit toward a better outcome in your life. You ever heard the term misery loves company? Have you ever witnessed? Do you know someone? Is it you? This is what we're here to talk about with this. And this is very real. Because the pursuit of self improvement can sometimes have harmful side effects, such as a burnout, cause anxiety, a constant sense of inadequacy. Like, literally, the downside of self improvement, it can lead to perfectionism and a constant feeling of never being good enough. It can cause an individuals to become overly critical of themselves and others. It may even lead to feelings of isolation and disconnection. Implications of self-improvement. Yo, it helps enhances your strength, it improves your mental health, and even heals relationships. Some ways of self-improvement includes simple tasks such as reading a book, trying something new, meditation, or even waking up early. So many simple, effective ways to start. Why don't you? And speaking for myself, I've alienated 3 loved ones, major loved ones, that it hurts me every day that I can't have a relationship with at this point. Um, and if I have to speak on my own, it's like it's me. I am the poison. I was, or I have been. But you see, again, when you get to this point of personal development, unfortunately, people still recognize you for who you were in the past. Unfortunately, people are not so easily understanding the adjustments that are needed to address you as who you are today and not who you were yesterday. So this is a part of another piece of the puzzle or the problem. There's people that will look at you as that screw up, that problem child, that undesirable, that person that caused all havoc and is just the worst of the worst, that be the worst, that is worse. Even when you've become the embodiment of who you are. Myself personally, I have 3, to be exact, 3 loved ones. To this day, it pains me that I can't have a relationship with. Because each of those 3 actually have another. So that's actually 6 individuals that my actions of the past have forced a wedge that I can't, it seems almost unfixable. I actually fear. That's funny. You should never fear loved ones. But the consequences of self growth, let's go back to the two crackheads, and I'm only using this as an example. And shout out, salute to the crackheads that have made it through, that don't indulge. Dust heads, salute. I'm not only the client, but I'm also the president. Cokeheads, salute. Not my thing at all. I actually tried it and got my ass whooped for the first time. Jumped. Whoa, I got drugged. I mean, drugged. But again, trying to be something I'm not, trying to fit into a crowd that I shouldn't have, being around people that I had in business. Sometimes the consequences of self-growth and personal development causes you to actually expose others. So back to let's see. There we go. Back to the two. You know what this sign means, right? Back to the two, the crackheads. You know that sign right there, right? So you get one crackhead to say, this is not what we're going to be doing no more, or I'm changing my life. And they go 6 months clean. But before that 6 months, let's say 6 months before that, they were out there robbing, stealing, maybe hurting other people, running up in people's homes or whatever, stealing everything, hurting people, hurting loved ones. But that was 6 months before the point of change. And then now you fast forward to the 6 months after the change. Now you have these people with a big, huge dilemma. One wants to go out and steal and hurt and do what they got to do for the next fix. The other one is like, nah, I'm going to my program and, oh, I found a job. So now that person is going to the STEP program. I am somebody. I am somebody, as they sit in a group. My name is XYZ, and I'm a crackhead. My name is XYZ, and I'm a meth head. My name is XYZ, and I love PCP. My name is XYZ, and I shoot dope in my veins. My name is Blase Blah, and I ain't gonna lie, I need a drink. So now you're in this group, and these people are going through these STEP programs, and they're getting their life in order. But you come home to your partner who is still have not found themselves, whether it be he, her, whoever. So it becomes dangerous, right? Yo, they just showed you a pantry over here, and matter of fact, they got groups over here. So they got a pantry over here, they got groups over there. The pantry over here just provided you with groceries that stack your house up, your apartment up. You fed, you good. The group over here, they man, they done came through with all type of goods and this and that. Oh, you ain't got no TV in the house. Oh, here, clothes, this, that, and the third, or whatever have you. Oh, look, baby, look, we got this, we got that. Look, we good. Oh man, we could cook something. Man, we ain't even gonna be hungry. We ain't gotta go steal and rob for that. But unfortunately, you found a job. Now, notice I said unfortunately, but it is fortunate, but unfortunately, you found a job. So you done filled your house up with all of these things. Now, you went from predator to all of a sudden now, you're the victim because of your partner. So you come home and the food is gone. You come home and your brand new TCL TV, smart TV is missing. So you went from predator to now you're the victim. So again, consequences of self-growth. People, places, and things, the people that you are around. Life happens depending on where you're born and raised or who you were around influencing and such. Do I make sense? I'm sure many of my listeners can relate. But let's take it a step further. What happens when it's family? Not love, your wife, your girlfriend, but family, grandmoms, aunts, uncles, moms, dad, whoever. How real is this? I wanted to give you a minute to let that marinate. Because bad energy, trusting people to be themselves when they show you exactly who they are, you better believe them the first time. Or you'll find yourself chasing your tail in a circle singing a Biggie Smalls R.I.P. song, talking about baby, baby, give me one more chance for the 20th, 30th, 40th, 50th time.
Oh, no, 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 no. Yeah!
Cognitive immobility.
What?
When you're mentally trapped in a place from your past.
Okay!
Cognitive immobility. When you're mentally trapped in a place from your past. I have fought my demons for years. And I have beat many of my demons that I fought for years. I even got into metaphysics and I started learning about this third eye awakening. When your third eye opens, you start seeing things not like how you used to. When they say when you become awaken from your matrix slumber, let's call it that, you start seeing things differently. And that's real because ever since my quote unquote third eye opened, I don't like things that I used to no more. And that's just real. Even sports, I don't look at it the same. I'm not a fan of nothing really. Like, why am I being a fan of you and my life ain't in order? Why would I get into a conversation about people getting to a bag?
What?
About people getting to the bag. When people are counting other people money. Oh, you just mad you ain't got that money. You just mad you ain't got. What do you got? What are you
Yeah!
doing?
Okay!
My last video with the lean on me. Joe Clark, 1989, he said. 1989, he said. The system was pushing black people to the point of second or third rate for good. 1989, you fast forward 2024 and just take a look around. The best conversations you get is what celebrities is doing. Meanwhile, laws are being passed, rules are being made, and ain't not one person that look like me coming together to make something real happen. Shout outs to Kareem Bliss Johnson. Shout outs to Doggy Diamond. This is where I have studied and got my tutelage from. And I'm going to give them that. I mean, take a look. Sort of the way he do it. But I'm a man and I'm not afraid to admit to my studies or people that influence me that I can look up to. And I do. These people put out messages that fly over many people's head. Shout outs to Gene Dill. Gene Dill was forced into the position that he is in right now. Forced. We would not have no Gene Dill show exposing the things that Mr. Gene Dill has exposed if people didn't backstab him, turn their backs on him, and drag him through the mud and try to mess up that man's pension, try to destroy his name, his character, his likeness, try to bring him down to a level because people wanted to hide their true reality. People are scared and afraid to stand up to their own shortcomings. So you throw what you call, or what they may have called the underling, the one that's less desirable or someone that had lesser meaning. People call him the bodyguard. Gene Dill was not a bodyguard. Yes, I mean, he did bodyguard for work, but when I say he wasn't a bodyguard, the reality is that dude was a token. Anybody from the street, anybody that's really from the street that understand parole officers and understand when you have somebody that is in on the inside, that if you are doing the right thing, they're gonna back you up. That was that man. So to throw him under the bus and to jeopardize his retirement, to jeopardize his career, saying you don't know this man or he has nothing to do with nothing and this and that or whatever, when that man was warning the people he around that such and such is going down and they coming, and nobody listened. That's why today we've lost one of the greatest, one of the greatest hip hop artists. And in my personal opinion, it was deeper than that because there was way more to it. There's no way you're gonna tell me. There's no way you're gonna tell me. I remember the most recent documentary that aired on what, Fox 5 or one of those syndicate stations, primetime documentary talking about Biggie. And that one man sat there that signed him and said out of his mouth, you see, there's this pause that a person takes when they're in discussion. And they pause and they think. Just like the rapper that backstabbed me and helped cause me to end up with this thing that they call $150. After I saved his life and his boss's life, not even knowing that that's what I was doing. Shout outs to them. Shout outs to them. But when dude sat there and paused and he was like, yeah, he told me straight up he wanted his own label. And I thought about it like, this dude got some nerve. He said out his own mouth. So when you back forward, rewind, Quad Studios. I've recorded at Quad Studios several occasions. I know the layout of the land of the building. Actually, I was there when Michael Jackson appeared and kicked us all out. I was with them. But that Quad Studio situation, I've said this on Mr. Gene Dill's show in the comment section. And he responded. He said, yo, I'm going to give you that. But that's you. And my comment was this. 2 to 3 birds killed at that one stone of a circumstance.
Yeah!
You got 2 bosses.
What?
On one artist, rest in peace, MC New York. Yeah, we're going to go there.
Okay!
Put him on the Mount Rushmore of the West Coast. I'm sure Ice Cube hate that. Because New York, MC New York. Salute to the Bay Area. But you got that one dude plotting on him, sitting next to the other dude who's scheming on the studio while that Junior MOB album is being done, you know, trying to find out who's writing whose lyrics. Let's go there. So while he's being told, yo, we're gonna set this one up, like, yeah, all right. And I'm feeling like, yeah, you could tell him, like, yo, we're gonna tell him, yo, well, boom. Then we could say that he had everything to do with it. And now you could start the East, the West, the war. Yo, you could get all these people out the way, and then you could be the rapper, the king of NYC. Unbeknownst to reality, you got that other guy coming up in the ranks who now sits on top of the throne of all hip hop because now artists have to go to him to perform anywhere. Shots fired. But when you think of the conduciveness, or you start putting a lot of the different stories together, and I done went somewhere else. But this is all a part of change, consequences of self growth. You know, it gets to that point where you really have to ask yourself, yo, how deep did this rabbit hole really go? And it's sad. But this is the reality of it. Shout outs again to Gene Dill. Shout outs to Kareem Bliss Johnson. Shout outs to Doggy Diamond, Your Honor. You know, shout outs to people like that. Shout outs to all those people that, you know what I'm saying, really, really helped put me in this position. Because even to be in my position today, I'm very grateful. You know, I'm very, very grateful. All my subscribers, all the people that actually look forward to this conversation, I thank you. But again, I ask you, do you ever wonder why it is easy to waste your life away, but extremely hard to be rid of your old ways and habits? This is serious. And I ask you, to get to your better self, to get to your greater, to get to your goal, what is your goals? My peoples watch this video. I need you to comment. I need you to like. I need you to continue to subscribe because I'm not doing this for no reason. I'm not putting my personal business out there for no reason. Many of you are just like me. We are the average, everyday, 9 to 5, get up, sit at the edge of your bed, like, damn, gotta go to work. Gotta do this again. Every week, the same routine, same uniform, the same outfit, the same coworkers, the same pay, the same this, the same that. This is therapy. And that's what we're here to talk about. To those 3 people that all had an extra person, that now, to those 6 people, my self growth, my elevation of the way I think and do things has put me in a position where it's hard to accept anything less than greatness. Meaning, I don't want to be looked at as who I was. It's very important for me to be who I am. People will think they know you for yesteryear. Or rather, people rather see you as who you used to be. The failure, the incompetent, the loser, the you ain't worth nothing. The na 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 na, look at you. But to step into your realm of reality and become who you are supposed to become and be, oh, they don't want to see that. And fortunately, I'm here to tell you, I am he. Class is in session.
For real though, 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 for real though.
Hey yo, spend your things on what money can buy and enjoy the things that money can't buy. Life don't get easier or more forgiving, but we get stronger and more resilient. Yo, time truly flies. Be grateful because it could always be worse. Live like there's no tomorrow and do what you love. The money will flow. Chasing the opposite sex and having temporary relationships means nothing but sex. It's pointless. I'm learning that. But you better know your worth. Never put yourself in the bargain den, man. I said this before. That's what others is going to value you.
Game over.
Yo, if it could be fixed, why are you complaining? If it can't be fixed, hey, yo, why you are not complaining?
Game over.
Yo, a private life is a happy life. Sometimes it feels better not to talk at all about anything.
Yeah!
Don't say yes to everyone to make them comfortable.
Okay!
Check with yourself too before you commit.
What?
Every person got three faces. Firstly, the one we show to the world and strangers.
Yeah!
Secondly, the one we show to family, spouses, and close friends. Thirdly, the one we show only to ourselves.
What?
There's a healthy amount of distrust to have in everyone. Nobody's intentions are truly clear, even after being stated. Yo, you ain't crazy. You're intelligent.
Okay!
Life ain't a matter of holding good cards, but playing a poor hand well. Science. Yo, class is in session. I am class initials. Thank you for watching. Like, share, subscribe. And until next time.
We're getting started now. We're getting started now. Woo, child. We're getting started. Woo, child. We're getting started now. We're getting started now. Woo, child.